Hello.
Hi, cool.
Is it not showing up? No, there it
Hmm.
is. It scared me for a second.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but both screens went black, and now only Twitch is showing up. Discord isn't showing.
Gosh dang it! What?
What a lovely black screen.
What?
It's beautiful.
Is it?
There it is.
Okay.
All right, let's hope it stays.
Okay. We're on week 5. It won't stop lagging.
Was it your internet? If it's causing problems on both Discord and Twitch, I think that's a you problem.
It's possible.
Have you been having slow internet recently?
My internet randomly, the Wi-Fi's randomly cut out before. I think like Tuesday it was cutting out every 5 minutes.
You're lucky I'm not in the zone hit in the Bay Area of like apparently 500,000 people in this area don't have power right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And they said that they would have the power shut off for like 5 days.
Ugh.
Apparently to prevent wildfires.
Interesting.
Because their power lines suck.
It's a weird thing. I'm at 30. I haven't dropped any frames. It's 6,000 kilobits. Like, I don't see.
I don't know.
I don't see.
I guess you can just play and see what happens.
I'm gonna bring up Firefox real quick and take a look on my side.
All I know is that, like, until you refreshed it, the game Discord, and when it did, it lagged for a good bit before it showed up still.
Yeah, it looks...
Seems pretty laggy on Discord too right now.
Ugh, is my internet being bad?
Unless you're wildly waving your mouse around.
I mean, is this better? I mean, the Discord call is getting pretty bad too, so I wonder if just the internet's being crap.
I think Twitch is lagged quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, Twitch has been having big issues lately. I mean, the big issue today was not actually the streaming, other than the fact that, like, they had to shut down an account for illegally streaming something. That was interesting.
Illegal.
The guy who did the shooting in Germany was live streaming it on Twitch?
You know, I think that's more than just illegally streaming something.
So that was a big thing, but I don't know. Continue and see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, let's just play, I guess.
What are we going for?
I
said, what are we even going for?
I don't remember.
Is it okay right now, Death, or is it still lagging?
Can Death even hear us if it's lagging that badly? Actually, I don't see Death in the user chat anymore.
Might have refreshed.
Oh wait. Still there.
It lagged, so I put on the audio only. Why?
Well, it's a good thing we're voicing it.
Yeah, good thing we're voicing it. I wonder why. Maybe I just need to put down my scaled resolution or something? I don't know.
If it's lagging this much on both Twitch and on Discord, I think it's a you problem.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it can't be me.
Yeah, it can't be you.
I'm not the one streaming. I'm just the one receiving it.
So what are we doing today? I put read a book on Monday.
I have no idea what any of the requirements were because we forgot to make a note of it, I think.
So I'm just gonna randomly pick things. Cool.
Well, we should pick what stats are not high up. So, like, no artistry, please.
That's what I'm taking away practice dance.
Party?
What'd you say?
What's tea party?
We need some of that. Because we used up all our sympathy. Or not all of it, half of it.
Discord, your voice is kind of...
What?
Even on Discord, your voice seems to be lagging a little bit.
Cool. Yes, my internet's just pooping out right when we want to stream.
Yeah, I don't remember what any of these things do.
I'm gonna play with toys. We got one knowledge. We got zero. That. 2 belief and 2 sympathy. Vigor and belief. A vigor.
Great.
Okay, that's not too bad. So right now we have 6 knowledge, 10 artistry, 8 patience, 7 sympathy, 5 grace, 8 belief, and 7 vigor.
And 0 brains.
Okay, but we're a small child. Every small child has 0 brains.
10 downtime. Even then, even from a distance, there was no mistaking Lottie's shrill little voice. Who is she again?
These were both you.
Oh, that was me. I'll hold the kitty! Don't be ridiculous. Sara came into the room to find Lavinia perched primly in a window seat, looking down at the smaller child whose lip was beginning to wobble.
I'm gonna...
Tip. And he is perfectly content there. Listen, you can hear him purr. That is because I am stroking him, and he likes me. I wanna hold the kitty! Keep your sticky little fingers away from his fur.
Lottie's brow furrowed in fierce determination. Ignoring Lavinia's commands, she reached out to pick up the cat. Lavinia slapped Lottie's hand away. The sudden movement jostled Tybalt out of his comfortable doze. With a parting squeeze of his claws, he leapt from Lavinia's legs and hurried out of the room.
Now look what you've done, you little brat! He scratched me, and if he's damaged my dress!
Wait, Sarah's expression back there.
Wait, what was it?
It was super wide-eyed.
Wait.
Look at that. She's like,
Is she gonna punch the child?
no, she already slapped the child.
It scratched you because you're mean. You wouldn't even let me touch it. It isn't fair, it isn't. A cat is not a rag doll. You cannot snatch and tug it as you please, or it will bite your hand. Is that too difficult for a child of 8 to understand?
Please tell me, Death, if hard to hear either of us. Because...
Or if I'm
Or if you're
loud.
too loud.
If I'm too loud, if I'm too quiet, if I'm too shrill.
Sorry, Carmosa is in here right now.
Okay, but Lavinia's like baby Karma. And what's her face teacher lady is like teacher Carmosa. There's a little bit of Carmosa around still.
That.
Crap, I don't even remember my voices for them. She cannot help being younger any more than we can help being older. If she's 8, she's 8, but she will be 9 the next year, 10 the year after that, and in 12 years she'll be 20, and that is quite grand.
Dear me, how we can calculate. I don't want to be 20.
Oh, I would love to be 20 again.
I don't want to be 20. I want to be 4.
You will be when you are, and you won't be while you aren't, so there is no reason to want or not to want.
No!
No?
No! Be quiet, or I shall slap your face.
You mustn't.
Lottie looked into his eyes, then ran from the room, wailing at the unfairness of it all. Oh, you are lagging so fucking hard.
Aw.
You ought not to baby her, Sara. She must learn that she can't have everything her own way.
Slap the child. Wow!
Oh, but Death, you missed where the person doing the slapping is really fucking racist.
Yeah.
Privately, Sara thought that Lottie was not the only student at the school who might need to learn that lesson.
Okay. So, I know that. Have you played through this game before, Death? I assume so if you, recommended it, but just want to check.
Sometimes people recommend things that they haven't played because they'd like to see it.
That's
I
true.
don't know.
Oh, farther in the game.
Anyway.
Okay.
Shall we spend 4 belief or 6 belief?
4 belief. No.
Okay.
Oh, not finished. Okay.
You are so lagged.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't pressed it yet.
No, I mean your voice is lagged.
Ugh.
Like your words are cutting out. Which one did you click?
The maid.
Oh, Mariette.
Come and see. Come and see.
Mademoiselle, you do not need to tug at me. It is a promise I will follow.
Her hand still held in Sarah's, Mariette stepped into the classroom.
I'm very sorry, I was too excited.
That is quite all right then. Now, what was it that you wished to show me?
Well, as it happens, it is more what I wished for you to show me. Miss Minchin keeps a globe in the schoolroom. I was hoping that you could show me where in France you were born.
Ah, if it please you, mademoiselle. I do not think it will make much impact for you, though. The distance between one city and another compared to the world, it is not so much.
Very true.
Yes. Dutifully, she turned the globe to bring France into view. Somewhere near here, I believe, would be Limoges. Sara followed Mariette's finger, then smiled to herself.
You were right. It does not tell me anything more than I already knew.
Could you show India?
Here I think? Or somewhere nearby. It's hard to be sure, but this is where the ship took us.
Head and considered Mariette curious.
Oof, now you're cutting out pretty badly. Because of my connection, probably.
Yes.
Let's see. She into the server.
Try a different Discord thingy.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. The screen went black again.
Yeah, the game crashed.
Oh.
I switched servers and the game crashed.
Is it your computer?
Is it my computer?
Like, is it your computer that's lagging, not the internet?
Maybe? It feels fine, but who knows? Let's get back to you.
And we didn't save.
Well, yeah, because I think it was this. Sure, let's see what we get. 3 reading this time.
By accident.
What?
Oh, more knowledge. Still 0.
Hey, artistry! 3 sympathy. Vigor and patience.
We only barely have enough belief for the 6 belief this time, then.
Yeah, but we did the... I think... I'm just gonna... pass the slapping a child.
No.
I did the 4 belief one.
Oh, okay. Great.
Ba-ba-ba. Show me where you lived.
Yes, here.
Just say the line again.
Fine. Sara tilted her head and considered Mariette curiously.
Okay. You are very different from an Indian servant. I don't know how to pronounce that. And I'm gonna sound white.
You are white.
I am white! I am sorry for anybody watching or listening who knows how to correctly pronounce this, as I'm going to pronounce it extremely wrong. And I'm sorry. now. My Aya was always kind to me, but she would never tell me if I were doing something wrong or making a mistake. Even if I asked for her opinion, she would always say that I was right. It was very confusing sometimes until I learned to ask my papa when I needed to know something.
That you wrote of you that you were a clever and curious child who is eager to learn and would appreciate having the reasons explained to you.
Yeah, that is just so.
It was another sign her papa had considered her needs and well-being, and it made Sara feel warm to think it.
Every time Mariette speaks to me, it is a gift from my papa. I do miss my Aya sometimes and the other servants from our home. They were always a part of my life, even the ones that worked directly for my papa and did not speak to me. They were familiar. I wish that I could see them again. All of my life, I suppose my life hasn't really been that long, has it? But for all of my life, I always knew that I would have to go away like other children did. The climate of India is very bad for British children, so we must return to England and go to school. That is what everyone says. I wonder, is the climate of India very bad for bleh. I wonder, is the climate of England very bad for Indian children also? Perhaps that is why none of them traveled with us here.
Perhaps that, as you say, the climate is very different, then it could be very difficult to adjust. However, mademoiselle, it is also very possible that they do not wish to travel so far from the homes and families that they love.
Oh, yes. I didn't think of that. I would not wish to leave either. If I had the choice, I'd rather be at home with my papa. It is very difficult to leave behind all that you have known and travel to a foreign land. But this is a foreign land to you. Wasn't it difficult to leave your family and your home in France?
You're still cutting so badly.
Ugh.
Mariette's smile was enigmatic. Who can say? Perhaps it is for the best in the best of all possible worlds. Would you like to sit while I brush your hair, mademoiselle?
Oh, I don't think so. Not by the mirror. You see, it is nice to sit and think while you run the brush through my hair. Sometimes I remember stories or think of things I want to say to someone else. Other times it helps me relax. Must be like that for Tybalt when someone is petting him. But if I were looking into the mirror, then the Sarah in the mirror would be looking back at me, and we should have to pay attention to each other, or else we might be thought impolite. Okay.
Hey. Mariette laughed in the back of her throat.
It's a very, like, imaginative thing to say, I guess. Mirror worlds. Small children in their mirror worlds.
That is as you wish. I had thought of doing something different with your hair, and if you could see, then you would know more quickly if you thought yes or no, and I could change it if you did not like it.
Well, I think that it's better to look at it when it's finished. If you stop reading a book in the middle, you might have the wrong idea of what it's all about.
And I will.
Mariette is so kind. I'd be terribly lonely in these rooms without her. This school is full of other girls, but they're like me, guests of Miss Minchin. We live in the same house, but they are not part of my household. Mariette is the only person who belongs to me.
Okay, Cracker.
What?
What?
What did you just say?
Because she sounds like a slave owner.
Yeah, she did. I just actually didn't hear you. It is nice to sit and think while she brushes my hair, and she has a better way with it than my old Aya did, but I do miss my papa so. If he were here, if he were to come visit me as some girls' parents do, how happy would my life be? I wonder where my papa is now. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak.
No, it is good. Mother, your thoughts.
Oh my gosh. I heard, no one is good is to speak your thoughts. Yay.
Madam.
Oh my gosh. This connection's getting worse and worse as it goes on.
This is like on your end.
I know it is. I mean, the only way I could try to do it is by restarting my computer.
The only restart your computer?
Yes. Exactly. I said the only way I could fix it is to restart, or try to fix it is to restart my computer.
I could guess, but I just couldn't actually hear it. Your father sailed many weeks ago. By now he is in India, yes? Home and safe, and thinking how different the house seems without your footsteps.
Oh, I don't want to think of him sad and lonely.
It is right that you miss him. That is how things should be. But that does not mean your life is nothing but sadness, does it?
No, I do not think I am melancholy. I would not wish to be. I enjoy my books and my friends.
So you see, probably, but he will also feel other things. He will live his life, but he will also think of you. I believe you will hear from him soon.
Oh, I hope you're right. No, you must be right. My papa will write me letters as soon as the ships can carry them, and I will treasure his words. And I do hope, that my papa has a friend to care for him as Marriott cares for me.
So laggy.
Do you wanna save and me to restart? I said, do you want me to save and restart?
No. Because the stream will stop.
Exactly. Okay. I think we need some belief.
Yes.
So write in our diary?
Belief would be good. Grace would be good. And vigor. Those are really the only things we have like 6 or less of.
Well.
So I think we should go for belief and grace.
Which would be writing in diary is a good one. And dance.
Great.
Which are we going to do more of? Dance or diary? Should we do that? Which one are we going to do more of? Dance or diary?
Vigor.
Vigor?
Which one gives vigor?
Dance.
What else gives vigor? Anything?
Playing with toys, going for a walk, and tea party.
Wait, what was tea party?
Sympathy, artistry, grace, or vigor, belief.
Let's do tea party for the last one.
Okay. Patience.
Great.
Okay, vigor, patience, and grace. Patience.
Again. All right. Well, we got 0 belief. I feel like we should save before these.
1 artistry. 2 vigor, so we're at 8.
6 patience when we were at like 9.
3 grace, so that's up to 8. And 1 sympathy, so that's up to 9.
And 0 belief.
We have no belief in anything.
Same. While Sara was walking through the school, she heard a great commotion coming from a nearby room. The first high-pitched shriek made her startle, concerned that one of the younger girls might have injured herself. Sara was a quiet and solemn girl herself, but made no judgment against those whose temperaments led them to cry out loudly when they were in pain. However, the wailing went on, more angry than miserable, and the voice was recognizably Lottie's. Sara came closer and began to make out the accompaniment of frustrated adult that had been drowned out by childish tantrum. What are you crying for? There's nothing wrong with you! For heaven's sake. Are you enjoying my baby cry?
I love that the perfect time for it to cut out was Mama. It was like this small child was like screaming so loud their voice was going out. Perfect.
You want to be whipped? Be whipped if you do not hush, you naughty child! Lottie wailed more loudly than ever. Miss Minchin emerged from the room, her hands pressed to the sides of her head, and paused when she saw Sara lingering outside. Oh, dear Sara! Miss Minchin's attempt at producing a friendly smile was not at all convincing. Lottie's roars continued unabated, and each burst of sound made Miss Minchin's shoulders twitch.
Twitch? I stopped because I knew it was Lottie, and I thought perhaps, just perhaps, I could make her be quiet. May I try, Miss Minchin?
If you can You are a clever child. Dreadful thing. We may not be able to keep her. But you are clever in everything, my dear. I dare say you can manage her. Go in. When Sara entered the room, Lottie was lying upon the floor, screaming and kicking her small fat legs violently. Sara stood by the howling, furious child for a few moments and looked down at her without saying anything. Then she sat down beside her and waited. Except for Lottie's angry screams, the room was quite quiet. This was a new state of affairs for Lottie, who was accustomed to hearing other people protest and implore and command and coax her by turns. To find that the only person near her did not seem to mind in the least how she kicked and screamed was unusual, and made it necessary for her to pause her sobbing in order to see what was going on.
Why aren't you paying attention to me screaming?
She opened her tight-shut, streaming eyes to see who and found that it was only another little girl. But it was the one who owned Emily and all the nice things. Sara looked at Lottie quite curiously, but said nothing. Lottie sucked in a gulp of air, but the noise she made sounded rather half-hearted.
I haven't any, Mama!
Neither have I.
At this unexpected answer, her legs and arms ceased their kicking and lay flat against the floor.
Where is your mama?
She went to heaven, but I am sure she comes out sometimes to see me, though I don't see her. So does yours. Perhaps they can both see us now. Perhaps they are both in this room.
Here?
Whoop! Here?
Lottie sat bolt upright and looked around. Saying nothing, her face began to scrunch up again.
We can't see the people who live in heaven, even when they come to visit us. They travel like wind or sunlight. Can only feel them for a moment if they touch you, and then they're gone. They can go anywhere in an instant, but most of the time they stay up above. Their land is full of lilies, fields, and fields of lilies. And when the soft wind blows over them, it wafts the scent of them into the air.
Oh, so this refers to her being dead.
Say that again?
I said, oh, so a little lily princess means she's dead.
Spoilers!
Is it a spoiler? I don't know, I'm making shit up.
I don't know.
I just like the idea that she's like a ghost.
Ooh.
Happy fucking Halloween month.
And everybody always breathes it, because that soft wind is always blowing. Wind and sunlight, and the streets are always shining. And little children run about in the lily fields, gather armfuls of them, and laugh and make little wreaths to wear on their heads, or spin cloaks and dresses of soft lily petals. The petals never go dry or brown, but when the children grow tired of them, they toss the petals into the air and they turn into clouds.
Wow.
Science!
Lottie had by now quite forgotten to cry and was leaning forward, hanging on every word that Sara spoke.
In the
The giant mouth open.
She'll eat all the flies, don't worry. In that shining city, people are never tired. However far they walk, they can float anywhere they like. And there are walls made of pearl and gold all around the city, but they are low enough for the people to go and lean on them and look down onto the earth and smile. From those walls, sometimes they dance down to visit us. Other times they whisper beautiful messages into the wind and hope that someday we will hear them.
Oh. I want to go there. To heaven. By dying.
You're terrible!
Look, she's describing heaven, and Lottie's like,
I want to go. I haven't any mama here.
Sara saw the danger signal and took hold of Lottie's hand with a coaxing little laugh.
I can't laugh like a little girl.
I don't know, try again.
No. I'll be your mom. Gosh dang it, you. I'll be your mom in this school. We'll play that you are my little girl, and Emily shall be your sister. I don't know if you read the line or just got lost in Discord.
Hello? I have no idea what you just said.
I said, I don't know if you said the line or got lost in Discord.
I'm gonna assume the latter because I did read it.
Oh, okay.
Shall she?
Yes, let us go and tell her, and then I'll wash your face and brush your hair, and both of us shall have a little bit more family. Cool. I'm just gonna quick save. Before, yeah.
Before what?
Anything bad happens.
Before it crashes again?
So 4 vigor, right?
That's the thing available.
Well, we have Lavinia.
No, 4 vigor is the only thing available.
We'll have to go through her story sometime.
Sara lay on her bed, resting her cheek against the cool fabric of her pillow. The light of the mid-morning sun gleamed where it touched the surfaces in her room, gilding them with a fairy's brush.
Perhaps if I lay still long enough, I will catch sight of a fairy coming to visit me.
The next face she saw was not that of a visiting fairy.
What? Are they not going to offer us a dress to go to a ball? Or a way to get poisoned to kill our stepmother?
At
or
the
something?
cost of our entire life's debt.
Yeah! Doesn't this sound fun?
Yeah, it does.
Huh. I wonder what game that's like.
Do you try to catch your... I can leave you to sleep.
I've tried in the past to go back into the same dream, but it never seems to work. Or if it does, I can't remember it. You don't always remember it in dreams.
She shifted onto her side.
I just don't feel like getting up today. I'm sorry.
Let me see. She laid her dark hand against Sarah's forehead. You may be a little warm. I cannot tell. Does your throat hurt?
No, I'm only tired.
It is better to prevent than to heal. I will fetch you some porridge and salt water. She bustled out of the room, leaving Sara to contemplate in silence.
I do hope that I'm not ill. It would be most unpleasant. I do not quite feel ill. As long as I think nice thoughts and don't feel ill, then I'm not ill, I think. If I believe it won't happen.
Many young difficulty remaining in their beds all day unless they were too ill to do otherwise. It was easier for Sara, who enjoyed spinning fancies in her mind. What young person doesn't want to... Hold on.
I could literally spend an entire weekend just in bed reading books. Like, how is this hard for people? Gosh.
Like, not all children are I don't understand.
No, every child is the most hyper you've ever known.
No, just the screaming ones.
So every child.
No.
There is no child that doesn't scream. What are you talking about?
Did you scream as a child?
My family said I couldn't shut up.
But did you scream?
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Hi. It took a while to learn how to control my temper.
I see.
And screaming runs in the family.
Ah, yes.
Did you scream as a child?
Not really. I was a very well-behaved child.
What? You well-behaved? Never. I couldn't see it.
I just want chaos. I don't want rule breaking.
Okay, but isn't in D&D...
Okay. It's the other way around. It's I just want evil. I don't want rule breaking. Look, I'm somewhere between chaotic good and lawful evil. I'm not true neutral. Just remember that. Remember, I was all four corners.
But wouldn't that make you true neutral?
No, apparently not.
Wouldn't that
Remember, I took the quiz. And I got all four corners. And I think when you took the quiz as me, like, I still wasn't neutral.
No, you weren't.
I was everything but neutral.
But, like, it should cancel it out.
Nope. I'm just an extremist, apparently.
And then there was me who was like, what, chaotic good? Or something.
Yeah, I think
Or
chaotic good, chaotic neutral, something like that.
I wasn't neutral. I know I was good.
I think you got neutral something when you took it as you.
Maybe.
When I took it as you, then I think you were chaotic good.
And then everyone was just like, yeah, you're just naturally a good person. I'm like, no. No.
I wouldn't say you're a naturally good person per se. I would say that you would not enjoy the idea of causing other people harm.
That's too much effort.
No, I mean, like, if an option involved harming someone else and you knew it, then you probably wouldn't pick that option.
Depends on the person?
Well, yeah. Let's say a stranger.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to harm a stranger. Because what did they ever do to me? I mean, would you want to harm a stranger?
I wouldn't want to harm a stranger, but that wouldn't necessarily be a deciding factor if there were other factors at play.
This is why I'm part Hufflepuff, aren't I?
You are so Hufflepuff.
But I want to be Ravenclaw.
Then you can be a Ravenpuff.
That sounds like a weird pastry.
It does.
Here, have a little Ravenpuffs.
Would you rather be a Huffleclaw? Because that sounds weird too.
That sounds weirder.
Apparently, I would be like Slither which is like a snake door, so you know.
You mean the
I'm a
Chamber of
door for
Secrets?
snakes.
A snake door? The Chamber of Secrets.
Yes.
You
I
are
am
the Chamber of Secrets.
I guess.
What'd you say?
And within me are dead people.
Within you is a giant snake that can kill.
Yes. By looking at people.
Sounds about right.
I love killing people by looking at them.
I mean, how do people describe you that one time? Prickly?
Hmm?
I said, how do people describe you that one time? Like prickly or whatever? Like pointy?
Oh, back up. Yes, pointy.
I'm pointy.
I do not truly need to leave my bed in order to play out stories. In fact, with Mariette to bring me food, I might never need to leave these rooms at all.
Yeah, she'll just poop. It's fine.
What?
I might never need to leave these rooms at all. Where's her bathroom?
The crib.
I had said she'll just poop in her own bed. But you're right, she can poop in her doll's bed.
Like a princess perched up on a tall tower, the prisoner of a wicked regent who means for her to be forgotten so that he can steal her kingdom in peace. That's right, where is the bathroom entangled?
On the basement floor.
But is she allowed to leave her room? I
Huh?
forget.
I assume there's like a little like closet or something on that top floor that she can go in to pee and poo.
But also, how did she get the ingredients for that pie? That still boggles my mind.
Huh?
I think there's one scene where she bakes a pie. Where did
Well, I mean, her mom must have ingredients there.
Maybe.
Like, they definitely have a kitchen there.
Okay, but just because you have a kitchen doesn't mean you have ingredients.
I imagine that basically that top floor is equivalent to a studio bedroom.
And she's stuck there 24/7.
Yes. But it wasn't. She like could easily go out and bring ingredients and shit back.
She would be diligent at her studies, even within her tiny bedroom, so that one day when she was rescued or escaped, she would be ready to take back her rightful lands.
That was a diverting fantasy, but it led Sarah to a more practical. There was, after all, someone close to her who did spend most of her days within these rooms. When Mariette returned with her tray of tonics, Sarah asked,
Mariette, what do you do during the days while I am away? Since she is my maid and not Miss Minchin's, she should not be made to do other work, but she is always here when I need her, so she must not go anywhere else.
"Oh, many things." She set the tray down. "I look over your wardrobe and check for anything that might need mending. I might do a bit of embroidery on my own. And I do read your books. That is how you wished it, yes? I did not think to ask each time that I..."
Oh no, I'm glad that someone else reads them. I have many books, and some of them I only read once. Don't worry that they might feel neglected. Yeah, some of my books are probably feeling neglected.
Most of my feel neglected.
I mean, I've read most of my books twice, actually.
That's a lot. I have not done that for my books. Currently, I'm still trying to get through a book that I originally bought while I was still in college, I think.
Before or after I met you?
Oh, after.
Oh my gosh. That's still a long time ago.
Yes. I just never got through it.
Okay, sorry.
I'm further now, and it picked up more, so it's not as much of a grind to read. But the very beginning, dull. It was hard to get through.
There's exactly one book I haven't even read a page, and that's because I got it recently, because someone gave it to me, and I just don't know if I'm actually interested in it.
Yeah, see, the one that I've been taking so long to read is nonfiction. It's like a biography memoir thing.
The book I haven't touched is like a professional book about
Anything that's technical or jargony and directly like job skill related, I have definitely not read through. In the same way that I'm not going to read a textbook page for page. I'm going to look at the parts I need.
but I mean, I haven't
I
looked
feel like
at.
those are more like reference books.
I
I don't even
haven't.
count those.
I haven't even looked at it really because like it's not a career I want to make, but I should have just in case. And I just don't have the need to even open it right now because I don't know. I'm a lazy bum.
I have several that I have bought and not started reading yet.
I mean, I am only looking at my bookshelf. I think I have a few more books that I can't say off the top of my
There's a
head.
book sitting next to me on my desk right now that I got a few months ago, and I still haven't even started really reading.
I mean,
I think I read the preface.
I mean, you know that it took me like what, a year or so to read that book that I got when I was visiting you
Yeah.
because I was so uninterested in it, even though I thought it would be fun and I heard it was so good.
I've also heard it's so good.
And I
But
mean, it is.
it's a subjective thing.
Yeah, like, I can see why everyone liked it and I can see why everyone thought it was so good. I also just wasn't for me.
That's fine.
Finally finished it though,
Good job.
and will never touch it again. Should probably sell it or give it to somebody.
Can always
Hmm?
donate it.
Yeah, maybe.
There's always book drives and shit.
Yeah. But, like, I know that it won't do any good sitting on my bookshelf. So. Especially when I need room for all my nerdy stuff. Like the Kingdom Hearts books I've gotten. I'm only on the worst one.
Anyway, this
Yeah.
has been a long tangent.
Tangents!
Sine, cosine, tangent.
Cotangent, cosecant, and secant? Is that the ones?
Room and all of her pretty things, the gifts from her papa. They were all precious to her, but
If you wish to, it is alright if you play with my toys while I'm in classes. I know that I can trust you not to break them. But please make sure to leave Emily a little bit of private time when no one else is watching her, so she can sleep and relax.
if Maria was too polite to do so. Merci, mademoiselle.
Now, sit up, if you please, and have a bit of breakfast. If you are too weak, then I shall have to spoon the porridge into you myself.
I am well. I'm wonderfully well.
She laughed. She did feel better.
Next week.
Girls, gather around. We will be welcoming a special dance instructor today who's visiting us from France. She will be leading you in exercises to increase your grace and posture. Go and change your style of dancing costume. She swept off to her office, and the girls clustered eagerly together.
Crap, was this me or you?
That was you.
Gosh dang it was me!
The racist one is the only little girl I have of this age group.
The special dance instructor, do you suppose she might be from the Ballet de... little help?
It's exactly English.
What?
It's almost exactly what it looks like in English. Just read it as if it was English. It's not that scary.
Ballet de l'Opera de Paris? Paris, whatever. The Ballet of Paris? The Paris Opera Ballet, of course, the absolute birthplace of romantic ballet, and they go all the way back to the court of the Sun King. Oh. What?
That entire first sentence cut out.
Oh. I am not so fond of ballet as you are.
No one, as Jessie is. It is a sickness with her.
Is ballet a sickness?
What a bitchy friend.
She's like, oh, she's ill with how much she loves. She's insane.
I know a bunch of people who would say that about me. Not with ballet, but with other things.
Would your best friend say that? To your face? To other people?
No.
Hence my point. This is a bitch thing to say as a best friend. ...
I wonder if there's really a sickness that can make you like one thing or one person more than another. And if there were, would anyone wish to be cured? Is love a sickness? Hello?
I just want to sing down with the sickness.
I've been having that stuck in my head since... What's her name said it. Trust me. I'm in that boat.
So you should sing it.
Why? Huh?
Hmm?
Why should I sing it?
I can't tell if you're just responding and then cutting out, or if you're just making noises.
I'm responding and cutting out.
Okay.
Because I said, why should I sing it?
Yeah, all I heard was "Nyeh."
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. That's my singing it.
A lovely singing voice you have.
Yeah. Anyway, is love a sickness?
Maybe. Aren't there songs and shit about that? Or poems or something?
Is there? I'm not very well versed in songs and poems.
I don't know. It sounds like a thing that would be a common idiom. Or not idiom.
Trope?
Comparison. Common simile or a common metaphor?
Such thing to imagine.
In any event, ballet, she is a special instructor after all. Perhaps we will be permitted to practice social dances, perhaps even the waltz.
Is the waltz a social dance?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a partner dance. Although, I mean, this is kind of a dumb thing for her to say, because if you're wearing leotards, it's probably ballet.
What, you can't do the waltz in leotards?
But it would be a social function where everyone else is well dressed.
But wouldn't that be fun?
If you want to look naked.
My father says the waltz is shocking.
Watching you attempt to perform it no doubt would be.
Wow!
I'm telling you, she's a bitch.
Can I slap this child?
Yes.
Slap the child! If we are allowed the waltz, I will be dancing with Jessie.
Does she have a thing for Jessie? Oh.
Maybe they're actually gay lovers.
Yeah, possible. But also, that's a terrible thing to say about your lover.
I imagine she's a girlfriend.
Say that again?
I imagine she would be a terrible girlfriend.
Perhaps we had better go and get our costumes? Ermengarde is very sensible.
It took only that to make poor Miss St. Jean look pleased.
Oh.
The dancing lessons did not progress quite as anyone expected.
Yet no! Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah! She probably has a thing for what's-her-face?
Lavinia
Yes.
or Sarah?
Lavinia?
She does keep blushing.
Yeah!
I do not see how this can be described as dancing.
I just... Lottie in the background.
Is a cat.
Just laying there like, yeah! And the fact that Lavinia is like uncomfortable. Or whatever that's supposed to mean.
The way her hair is, because she's so on edge, makes her also look like a cat.
It is preparation for dancing. We're learning to stretch and relax our bodies so we may move more beautifully. It's French! Sarah, is this the way things are usually done in France? I have never asked Mariette whether she took dancing lessons.
I want to walk on my hands!
Is this how things are done in France? I want to walk on my hands! Yeah!
I want to walk on my hands! Leave your hands on the floor long enough, and Ermengarde will trot on them for you.
Fucking bit.
Jessie, be careful. You are tickling me.
Big gay.
The instructor said it was imperative that we rub deeply to warm our muscles.
The fuck kind of
Say that again?
stretching is that? This instructor sounds like a perv.
Probably is.
To speak of a lady is very friendly.
Your hands are very strong, Ermengarde. Oh, did I hurt you? No, not a bit. It feels nice. It's a little like having my hair brushed. It makes me feel like a cat being petted. Like Lottie, who's a cat.
In the back.
I want to be a cat. I want to dance like a cat.
I was gonna say, how does a cat dance? But then immediately the Aristocats popped in my head. And I don't remember the song, what the song's titled. Was it Everyone Wants to Be a Cat? Which is
I would love to be a cat.
which is so untrue because I would hate being a cat.
See, I don't know if you would, because the thing about being a cat is you get to lay around all day, you get to just sleep when you want. If you don't like your food, no one can force you to eat it. When people come to hang out with you, you can just walk away and people will be like, oh yeah, that's a cat.
But like, no.
God.
What?
You and your cat prejudice, God.
Cats don't dance. They dance at the court of the king of cats. When did cats have a king? Who is the king of cats? And I don't know if you're saying anything or if it's being eaten.
I'm just petting my cat.
How do they dance, Sarah? Do they stand on their hind legs? Well...
Girls, cease chattering and get ready for your lessons.
Yes, Miss
Yes,
Minchin.
Miss Minchin.
So, we need artistry, right?
I have no idea what you're saying.
I said, so, we need artistry, right?
We need belief and vigor.
I'm gonna... Quick save?
Yeah.
So we stick with what we have and hope for the best.
Why?
Because we have basically...
I mean, we need vigor, probably.
So that.
What's Tea Party again? And what's his practice dance do? Would it be better to do Tea Party practice dance?
Yeah. Because then if we get vigor, this has a chance of doubling it. Which would do the same thing as if we got the middle one.
Huh?
The doubling it would do the same thing as if we got the vigor, patience, and belief. Grace. I know words. Anyway. Done.
Words you keep.
Gosh dang it! Yeah!
Wow.
One
Not
knowledge,
the worst.
1 artistry, 1 vigor, 3 patience, because we needed more patience, 1 grace, 5 sympathy, 3 belief.
Should we reload?
Quick saves. This one?
What? Yeah, that was 3 minutes ago.
Try again?
Yeah. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Great.
Now instead, it's been 1 knowledge, 1 artistry, 2 vigor, 2 patience, 2 sympathy, 4 belief. So now we're at 10 knowledge, 10
Which
art. What?
it's into the same results as last time, except 1 more belief and 1 more vigor.
Interesting.
What do you mean interesting?
10 knowledge, 10 artistry, 10 patience, 10 sympathy, 8 grace, 6 belief, 6 vigor. Okay, so when we're maxing out all our stats.
No, what's interesting though?
We got lucky for once?
No, we didn't. We scummed it.
Are you well, ma petite?
Yes, I am only feeling a little tired. The days have been growing warmer, but the air never feels the same way that it did in India. I suppose Ermengarde is right, and it is the smell of London. Even if I cannot distinguish one scent above the others, that would mean London. It must always be there. As I am.
Bon courage, mademoiselle. I have something here which will brighten your day.
A letter from Papa. Oh, merci, Mariette. Merci beaucoup. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah! I
Yeah.
speak French!
Read some French.
Yeah!
She did not open it at once, but pressed the envelope to her chest.
My papa sent this. It has been in his hands. If a letter can come from his hands into mine, then we are never so far apart.
Got the paper and began.
My dear little Mrs., here I am once again in Bombay. I have little to tell you of my adventures, for no sooner did I reach my home than I began thinking of you and putting pen to paper. Therefore, I have seen little since I left you other than ships, and you remember those.
Sarah closed her eyes and let herself remember the big ship, the Lascars, passing silently to and fro on it, the children playing about on the hot deck.
You would know that word about as good as I would.
There had been women on board, the wives of some young officers, who had invited Sarah to take tea with them and delighted in making her speak her unusual thoughts.
Speak for us, child.
But most importantly, there had been her papa.
I thought it important to write to you at once, so that you would not worry about your poor old papa, all alone on the ocean. All is well, I am returned, and life here is remarkably unchanged in my absence. Now, it is your duty to let me know all that has happened since I left you, all the new friends you have made, the books you have read, and the sights you have seen in London. Do you remember Colonel Grange and his little girl Isabel? In a year she'll be old enough that she must leave for England as well. I am relying on your advice to tell her what to expect in her schooling. Give my regards to Emily and any companions she may have acquired. Yours always, your loving Papa.
Sarah held the already beginning to imagine the many things she might write in response.
I love you too, Papa. So I'm guessing we're just continuing?
Unless you want on God and use all of our belief.
So we're using knowledge and grace.
Sarah was curled up in her soft, comfortable chair with a book, while Mariette moved around the room and setting items on shelves into orderly.
Alignments?
It was a book. Faraway America, and 4 sisters who were growing up into women. Sarah found it well written, but less exciting than the histories and fantasies she preferred. Is she talking about Little Women?
I think she's talking about Little Women! I haven't even read the book, and I'm just like, is this Little Women?
I've got a third of the way through that book, but I saw the play because my high school put it on as a musical.
I know nothing about Little Women. So, it is unfair for me to judge them too quickly. Perhaps they will have adventures when they are older. I have not had so many adventures myself yet, but I hope that I will someday.
As she turned the pages, she became aware of a faint musical sound elsewhere in the room. Mariette was humming to herself.
I wonder if she realizes she's doing that.
Distracted, listened for a while, trying to follow the thread of the tune.
Are you able to hear it?
Miss Minchin's select seminary aimed to create well-rounded young ladies, but Miss Minchin herself did not place so much emphasis on music, and singing masters visited only infrequently.
But music is so much fun, even though I rarely listen to it. What?
I do not understand how.
How I rarely listen to music?
Yes.
Because I honestly never remember to turn it on?
I get so
Say that again?
bored without music.
I mean, like, when I'm on public transportation, I usually have music.
I listen to it on the way to work, and then I listen to it at work, and then I listen to it on the way home. And if I'm doing anything at home that doesn't have like dialogue or something, like unless I have like a video on, then I probably will again put music on.
I mean, if there was a way for me to, like, play my music easily, I probably would have it on more, but there isn't.
I have no idea.
What?
I have no idea what you mean.
I mean, like, usually my desktop has headphones plugged into it, so it's not like I can just randomly play music when I'm not at my desktop, from my desktop. And disconnecting headphones is just too much effort. And also, I have like no music on my desktop
Well, why not?
because it's all on my laptop.
Also, there's like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, but like, I don't know what I want to listen to. Is also a problem.
Listen.
What?
Listen to anything.
Literally anything.
Yes.
So I should listen to EDM?
If you wanted to.
But I mean, I don't know. I never remember, and I don't know if when I do, I just never know what I feel like listening to. So even on my iPod, like, I kind of just have stuff going on loop. And whenever I'm like, I don't feel like listening to this, I find something else. And then that's on loop for a while.
That seems insane.
It seems what?
You never like have anything stuck in your head or anything?
Oh, I have things stuck in my head all the time.
Then listen to that.
See, usually the things that are stuck in my head are what I'm listening to already.
Is it stuck in to it? I don't think that counts.
So I don't know what you want from me. What?
So listen to more music, that's what. On the streets of London, one might see performers of various sorts. Fiddlers, organ grinders, sometimes even singers, although the city noise made it difficult for such to be heard. These street musicians, however, were more commonly found in parts of London through which a refined young lady passed through quickly and did not linger. Very tempted by the possibility of a new source of music, Sarah asked,
What are you humming?
"Ah, pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle."
No, you don't need to stop. It sounded pretty. I was hoping that you knew this song and could sing it to me.
I certain that I can remember all the words, but I will try. In a breathy voice, Mariette began to sing what must have been a children's nonsense song about a beautiful lady who was in fact bread living in a palace of butter.
A beautiful lady who is in fact a beautiful slice of bread living in a palace of butter.
Yep.
Okay, my one question, or my first question is, how can bread be beautiful?
When it's freshly baked.
But like, it's not beautiful though.
Sure it is.
How?
Can be.
How? Please explain. Please explain the beauty of bread.
A beautiful slice of bread is not too tight and is not super crumbly, but is not full of pockets of air. It's evenly distributed and smells amazing.
That doesn't help when my sense of smell is non-existent.
Well, it.
Also, how do you make a palace of butter? Wouldn't that melt?
Not if your palace is in the fridge. I mean, even in like room temperature, butter holds its shape. You can poke it and it'll move if you poke it, but you know,
A
it'll hold
jiggly
its shape
palace?
if you leave it alone. The lyrics were, of course, all in French, and one or two words referred to things Sarah was unfamiliar with, like croquignon, but she assumed they were another kind of pastry.
A what?
She assumed they were in. I don't know. I'm gonna find out now.
Please do. Whatever croquet knoll
A
is.
method used in waving the hair by winding from the ends of the hair towards the scalp.
Say that one more time, please.
Oh no, here we go. There's a different definition that is a small crisp cake.
Interesting.
But the first definition that came up was a method used in waving the hair by winding it on from the ends of the hair toward the scalp.
So curling.
But apparently it can also be used to refer to a small...
So curling your hair and a cake are the same thing.
Yes.
Cool. Perhaps I should have Mariette buy some for us, if she can find them in London. There are likely to be more French bakeries here than in London, than in India.
Yes, there are likely to be more in London than in London.
Shut up!
Mariette's voice trailed off amidst a pile of confections. Well, you see how it is, yes? I'm sorry. It is not a proper song.
I think it is a little dark. Yeah, I think it is a darling little song. Where did you learn it?
Oh, nowhere important.
It must be a common song in France. I wonder if it is something that my mother knew when she was a little girl.
You look sad, mademoiselle. Was my singing so terrible?
The worst. No, not at all. It was very sweet of you to sing to me. I was thinking about my mother.
My cat is so distressed.
Why? Because Sarah's thinking about her mother?
No, because he wants to get out.
Okay, but when doesn't he?
When I let him out. Just kidding. Then he wants to get out of the apartment.
Exactly!
I am sorry. I did not mean to stir up painful memories.
But I don't remember her. Not at all. That is what I was thinking about.
This seemed a serious subject, and so Sara rose from her chair and stood with her hands clasped as if she were giving a recitation.
I never knew my mother, so I cannot miss her. I do not know what having a mother is like. My father picked you for me because you were kind and French as she was. So I wondered for a moment if he meant for you to be a kind of mother to me, as I am Mama to Lottie. I could pretend it was so if it pleased you, or if it pleased my papa, but it does not seem right somehow. You're not my mother, you're Mariette, and that is something all its own.
Yes, being a maid. Mariette covered her smile with her hand. You are filled with thoughts, ma petite princess. You do not need to worry. I do not wish to be your mother. Sara nodded quite seriously.
Meow. That is good. I would not wish to disappoint her. I am sure she comes out from heaven sometimes to watch over me. It might make her sad if she thought she had been replaced, especially when I cannot see her or speak with her to explain.
Would you like to see her? I can kill you, so you can go to heaven and be a little...
You're morbid!
I am morbid.
What? But how?
Come here.
You're terrible.
Maria drew Sara close in front of her and then stabbed her. Close your eyes. Blind, Sara allowed herself to be guided by Mariette's hands. She was not afraid. She knew Mariette would take care of her. Now, turn and look. Sara opened her eyes to be faced with the full-length mirror that always stood in her room. There is your mother. Do you see? Your mother, your father, they made you. They are always inside you.
Man, I want to make jokes right now.
Reflection for a moment, then smiled.
Mariette, I believe you are filled with thoughts too. Aren't most people filled with thoughts?
I thought so wild, but now I'm not all so sure. Then we are a pair.
No week.
Should we stop here?
Sure.
Or maybe after this scene, I guess.
Okay.
I thought we were at the
No, not yet.
election thingy again already.
Not yet.
Okay, after this scene.
Okay.
Just, I think I hear Sara coming. Quickly, step aside. Don't let her see us.
But why?
Shh.
Lavinia took hold of her friend's shoulders and pushed her back against the wall.
Yay! Dot dot dot.
She's blushing.
Wait a moment. There, she's gone.
Why are we avoiding Sara?
Ever since she got that thing, but in this and India that, if I have to hear her say that word again, I am afraid my hair will fly right off my head.
Good. I like your stories. Do you know her father has faced down a tiger? He shot the one whose skin Sara has in her bed in her room. That's why she likes it so. She lies on it and strokes its head, talks to it as if it were a cat.
That's uncomfortable.
That is simply disgusting. If it were a cat, it would be the one he had killed. What next? Will she drown Tubbles and then have him stuffed for a pillow?
I don't think it's the same thing at all. Sara says the tiger was attacking an outpost and he had to shoot it.
Sara tells the story of that.
Well, I think your father sounds very interesting, and so does India.
It's a filthy place, rank with foul humors, and don't you forget it.
Ugh.
Racist.
Come along now. I'm a racist imperialistic bitch.
Alright.
Lavinia led, Jessie followed.
Now.
Now,
Alright. Week 8. Okay. So we're done? We're good?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you keep cutting out and I'm
What's new?
the cutting out.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Death, and anybody else who's watching or will be watching in the future. Sorry about all the technical difficulties and the annoyances, and I hate technology.
Yep.
Bye.
Who's this girl in the image?
We don't know.
Great.
Bye.
Bye, Death.